These scorched farmlands in the Philippines bear witness to the heat wave that has swept across South and Southeast Asia this summer. Temperatures have sizzled around 40 degrees Celsius in parts of the country in recent days, with the heat index what the temperature feels like taking into account humidity in one area hitting 53 degrees Celsius. One of the biggest casualties of this unprecedented heat wave are farmers.
Ay, napakahirap pagka hindi ka makapagtatanim pag ganito kainit. Marami kang uubusin pera dyan. Tubig ang problema. Tubig ka ng tubig, ayaw namang umusad. Ito mo nga ang lupa. Bitak-bitak.
This is Daniel Velasco, who pumps water from a well in a desperate attempt to save his wilting vegetables as a scorching heatwave and the worst drought in years has already hit his crops. It has hardly rained in his plot of gourds and tomatoes since November, as the El Nino weather phenomenon brings drier conditions and baking temperatures. This puts farmers in high debt.
Malaki po dahil po katulad niyan, hindi naman po napag-anihan dahil sa dala nung tag-araw, hindi po gumaganda yung usbong, hindi po makababungo.
El Nino is a naturally occurring climate pattern typically associated with increased heat worldwide, leading to drought in some parts of the world and heavy rains elsewhere. More than half of the Philippines' provinces, including Nueva Ecija, are in drought as El Nino exacerbates hot and dry conditions typical for March, April and May.
Sa industry, ma'am, ng San Nueva Ecija as a whole, yung ultimate effect of drought is decrease in production po dahil because of water stress. Yes, ma'am. So there is also an increase in cost dahil yung na-mention ko nga po kanina, ma'am, lalaki yung gagastusin ng mga magsasaka po natin, and then dahil malaki yung ginastos nila, lalaki din po yung magiging cost nung mapoproduce ng ating mga farmer.
Many farmers in Nueva Ecija normally count on the Pantabangan Dam for irrigation, but levels have fallen nearly 50 metres and it no longer reaches their fields. The receding water forced 2 hydropower plants to shut earlier than usual, worsening already strained electricity supplies as people crank up air conditioners and fans to cool off. Some of the farmers switched from rice to vegetables, which need less water, but even those are dying.
The Department of Agriculture has reported devastation in terms of cost. It's 3.94 billion pesos, but that may change within the day or within the week. That's equivalent to about 66,000 hectares of affected land.
As dam levels drop, some urban areas have been left without water. More than 100 cities and municipalities have declared the drought a state of calamity to access emergency funds. Fire trucks have been deployed in neighbourhoods of Bacolod City in the central province of Negros Occidental to deliver water to residents. But farmers say that the groundwater is also drying up, which increases the time and resources needed to draw water and irrigate the plants.
It's very difficult because it's unpredictable. As I mentioned, as I used the example of temperature, you can't find a solution to that. Obviously, if a surface water source, if a dam dries up, you can create artificial rain, but that will not be sufficient to bring back the level of water in the surface water and the dam to sufficient levels. So that's a great challenge. That's why we're hoping that El Nino continues to weaken, to dissipate, and hopefully by the end of May, we as a country can say, and we can come out of this and say that we weathered the worst of El Nino.
In the Philippines, which ranks among the countries most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, the upcoming harvest is likely to be below average, the UN has warned. The farmers are fighting an uphill battle against the wrath of nature, which is threatening their livelihood and existence.